Hey guys, welcome to Yardie Belly Kitchen, and today, as you can see, we have some ingredients prepped and ready, and today is Taco Tuesday. So today we're going to be making some homemade tacos, yes. And to start it off, we're making our Pico De Gallo, yes, as you can see, we showed you our ingredients. We had some onions, we had some cilantro, we had some tomato, and we had our lemon. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna start off by just cutting up my onions, and these are red onions. You can use any variety of onion that you have on hand. It doesn't really matter seriously, but this is what we had, and I absolutely love the flavor of red onions. It's nice on salads and it's nice for this purpose also. So I'm just cutting it up really small or diced to make it very nice and palatable to be eaten, not too big, no, not chunky. So we're cutting that up nice and small for our Pico De Gallo. Alright, so I'm adding it to the bowl. And then I'm going to be moving on to preparing my next ingredient, which is my tomatoes. Again, this is plummy tomato, but there's no hard and fast rule. Whichever tomato you have available is good. It's all about the flavor and the taste of the ingredient. It's not really that serious as to which variety you use. Yeah. So I'm trying to, keep the ingredients consistent, trying to cut them up in similar sizes. So I'm going to be dicing my tomatoes also. And I did go ahead and add 2 tomatoes. Yes. All right. And very important for Pico De Gallo, we are using cilantro. Yes, cilantro is a quintessential, unique ingredient that you would traditionally see in your Pico De Gallo. So I'm chopping some of that up so that I can add it to the other ingredients to make this thing as authentic as possible. You feel me, right? You feel me? Okay. Alright, and that's as basic as it gets. You can get creative and jazz yours up with other ingredients. I am just adding some jalapeno peppers, not much, because if you know me well, you know I'm not a huge pepper lover. And this is actually pickled jalapenos, so that is why it does not have that nice green vibrant color, because it has been sitting in its juices, and so it has this darker color. All right, so I'm adding that to the ingredients, and pretty much some salt, which is sea salt, Himalayan pink sea salt, and as a kicker, I'm adding some lemon juice. Yes, also very important. All right, so we're gonna go ahead now and just stir together, mix together all of the ingredients so that all of the flavors can marry together. Yes, and that the flavors can start to unite. So we're gonna set this aside in the meantime while we move ahead to cooking our next ingredient or our next item for our tacos. So I'm just adding some cling wrap to that so that we can set it and forget it for right now. Yeah. All right, our ingredients for our meat: ginger, garlic, onions, thyme. That's what we're starting off with. And here you will see a huge duchy. I love doing any type of stir-fried meats in the Dutch pot. So I'm just, starting off by adding a little bit of oil. You don't have to go overboard with the amount of oil because you're pretty much literally just sauteing the meat, the ground meat, right? So we're gonna allow that to, heat up properly. Yes, coming through and just, testing it a little bit to make sure that it is hot enough. I feel like if the pot is not hot enough, then the meat will just start to stick to the bottom of the pot, and we don't want that, right? Alright, so now it's hot. Then we're gonna add all the ingredients all at the same time. Yeah, nothing left behind. The ginger, the garlic, the onion, and the thyme, all in the pot at once. And I'm gonna just, stir that in a little bit to get it a little bit translucent, to make it slightly but not fully cooked before adding our meats. Alright, and here guys, we have our miracle seasoning. Yes, if you know, you know. Yes, if you know, you know. If you don't know, you can ask about it. But yes, this is our miracle seasoning, you guys, and this is a game changer. Yes, this will take the flavor through the roof, literally. Yes. So I've added a little bit of that. Yes. Alright, so now it's time for the main event, you guys. The meat. Yes, look how nice and pink that is. And this is not pre-seasoned, you guys. This is a raw ground meat. Yes, my husband is the one who informed me that I could cook the meat this way without pre-seasoning it. And I was like, really? But trust me, guys, it works. I'm just adding a little bit of Moore's marinade. And especially when you have meat that is not previously seasoned, this marinade will intensify the flavors like you would not believe it. So I'm adding 2 capfuls of that to the ground meat, and this is actually grass-fed bison meat. It's amazing. It tastes a little bit different from the regular beef. So yeah, so I'm adding some garlic powder, just a little bit to that, and also a little bit of Lawry's seasoned salt. So we're seasoning as we go, you guys, and believe me, it works. If you don't believe me, try it. It does work. Alright, and we have some pimento seasoning here that we're adding also, and that pimento flavor is everything. The nice spice of the pimento spice is amazing. I'm adding also a little bit of jerk marinade. Yes, jerk marinade. We already know what it is. We just have to add our little Jamaican element to every dish, right? Yeah, Yardie Belly TV winning. So we add a little bit of that and stir everything in and just allow it to cook thoroughly. And when it's almost fully cooked, we're adding some chili with beans. Yes, adding that to the meat just for a little bit of, variation in the taste. Yes, and to just add a different element to the meat instead of just having the meat and doing the beans with it. And it works. Chili with ground meat works like a charm, I tell you. All right, so just allowing that to cook properly. And anybody that knows me know that I'm the ketchup queen. So of course we're adding a little bit of ketchup to the meat. It's a must, guys. Don't come for me. Do not even debate it. Okay? We're adding some ketchup to the meat. All right. If you agree, say aye. If you don't, say nay. All right. So we're just allowing it to cook right now. Yeah, and it's pretty much done. I'm adding a little bit of sugar. Trust me, guys, whatever meat you're cooking and you add a little bit of sugar to it, it just gives it a nice umami flavor. Yes, with the salt and the hint of sweet. Trust me, it works. So just finishing up really, really quickly before we start the assembly process. And of course, we're ending off with a little bit of scallions because, you know, your food have to be nice and colorful. We have to add that nice raw scallion flavor. But so I'm just cutting up some of our homegrown scallions onto the meat. Yes, and then that's it. That's what we do. We finish everything off with fresh green onions or scallions. So now I'm cutting on my romaine lettuce, which is our lettuce of choice. We prefer romaine lettuce. We do not use iceberg lettuce at all. So yeah. So for today's recipe, this is the lettuce that we're using. You can use whatever lettuce that you choose. Alright, so it is time now for the assembling process. So we're filling our hard taco shells with some of the meat. And you have to be careful not to overload it too much, because if you overload it too much initially, then it would not be able to fit all the ingredients that you have, you know, to top it with. So just put a little bit of each thing and you're good to go. So next I'm going in with the lettuce, the romaine lettuce. Just put a little bit of that on top of the meat. And it looks beautiful already. Not even done yet and it looks beautiful already. Alright, so next we're gonna top that with some of our Pico De Gallo. And just a dollop of our sour cream. Yeah. A dollop of Davies. All right. I said, all right. Alright, so now we're gonna just, you know, finish that all off now with some shredded Mexican cheese. Again, there's so much room for you to use your own preferences, your individuality, and whatever works best for you. Because, you know, there's no hard and fast rule, like I said before. So whatever cheese works, we are using Mexican cheese to top it off. And this is what our homemade tacos look like, you guys. And if you think it looks nice, you should taste it. It was mouth-watering. It was amazing, and it was so much fun to make it from home. You can taste the freshness as opposed to when you buy it at some places sometimes. So yeah, turn your on and make fashion. This has been Taco Tuesday in Yardie Belly Kitchen. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for making it Yardie Belly TV. Remember to hit that like button. Remember to drop your comment down below and share it with your friends. Live and laugh, cook and eat. Remember me telling you.